I still believe chairmen should be seen and not heard, but it's such a pleasure to introduce another old friend, François Delattre, that they allowed me up here again. François.
You want me to speak? Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Oui, okay. Mr. Secretary, it's such a great honor for all of us to have you here with us this evening. Governor Pataki, ambassadors, and there are several incredible ambassadors here with us this evening. Ambassador Negroponte and Madame Negroponte, Ambassador Sherbanks and Madame Sherbanks, and several others, Ambassador Lowenstein, of course. Beaucoup de la fine fleur de la diplomatie sont avec nous aujourd'hui. Monsieur le Consul Général, I want you to know our new French Consul General in New York, Bertrand Lortolari, and his wife, Laurence. They are here with us tonight, and we are lucky to have them both representing our country here in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be back in New York, and it's a great pleasure for me to be with you tonight and to see so many friends and familiar faces. I would like to start, ladies and gentlemen, by reaffirming the solidarity expressed by the French authorities with our American friends following the devastation caused by Hurricane Sandy. Our thoughts and prayers go to the many victims of the hurricane and their families. This is very personal for Sophie and me, as we spent so many years here in New York and deeply feel about their suffering. The resilience and solidarity of the American people will allow them to get through this and be even stronger. In anticipation of what Ambassador Lowenstein will say in a moment, I would also like, on behalf of France, to pay tribute this evening to our very dear friend Lise van der Ras. The contribution of this very grande dame, this very great lady, to French-American friendship and to the French-American Foundation in particular cannot be stressed enough. May I include in this tribute Mary Young, who did so much for French-American cultural exchanges through the Florence Gould Foundation in particular. We, the French people, owe so much to Lise van der Ras and Mary Young, who were very dear friends of mine. We will never forget them and will always cherish their legacy. Dear friends, well beyond and actually before my responsibilities as ambassador, Sophie and I have been very close friends, longtime friends and supporters of the French-American Foundation, Sophie being also a former young leader. And I believe that the role of your foundation as the principal non-governmental organization linking France and the United States has never been as important as it is today. Chers amis, I would like to take this opportunity to pay special tribute to Antoine Treuil, whose commitment and energetic service to the French-American Foundation in recent years has been instrumental to its many accomplishments. I would also like to offer my best wishes for the success of your new president, Charlie Cobb, who just succeeded Antoine Treuil and who is a great asset for the French-American Foundation and for the French-American partnership in general. I know Charlie well, and I'm sure he will wholeheartedly pursue the Foundation's initiatives and help it take new, very ambitious steps. A special word of thanks also to the members of the Board of Directors under the inspiring leadership of its president, Alan Chapin, who is also one of our two gala chairs tonight, together with our friend Marie-Noëlle Pierce. On behalf of my country, I also want to pay tribute to our three honorees tonight, each of whom has been instrumental in strengthening the French-American friendship. Stacy Schiff, whose great improvisation about Franklin reminds us all that our two countries owe each other their very existence as free nations, and that from Yorktown to the beaches of Normandy, we have always been shoulder to shoulder to promote and defend the values of freedom and democracy that we, after all, together gave the world a bit more than 200 years ago. And here you recognize the well-known and traditional French modesty, of course. So Stacy Schiff, but also Leonard Lauder, whose commitment to the success of Estée Lauder, but also to many causes and the fight against breast cancer in particular, is a source of inspiration and admiration for all of us. This fight against breast cancer is a key priority for us within the growing scientific French-American partnership, as illustrated by the many partnerships established by the Curie Institute, l'Institut Curie, with many universities and sister organizations here in the United States. And finally, of course, to Hank Greenberg, whose incredible career Dr. Kissinger so eloquently described. Ladies and gentlemen, our event is taking place at a significant time, the day after the re-election of President Obama. President Hollande offered his warmest congratulations to President Obama and wished him every success for his second term. At this point, I would like to stress that this new chapter in French-American relations is opening in a context that is especially positive. Indeed, French-American relations, and this is good news, have never been closer than they are today. It's true on the diplomatic and security front, as our two nations are in the forefront of international efforts to prevent Iran from becoming a nuclear weapon state, as our two countries are each other's closest allies in the fight against terrorism, where we, the French, bring our long-time expertise in the fight against radical Islamist networks when Paris was under attack back in the 1980s. And to give just another example, we are working very closely together to settle the situation in Syria, where Assad must go, the sooner the better. Mes chers amis, let's never forget, and I will close with this, let's never forget that the values that we share, these values coming from the French and the American revolutions, are what makes our relationship truly unique. And these values of freedom and democracy are today more than ever our best guide, I would even say our best moral compass to confront together the current challenges we face. Alors mes chers amis, vive les États-Unis, vive la France et vive l'amitié franco-américaine. Merci beaucoup. I think you want another speech. I'm kidding. Dear friends, please join me in welcoming the new president of the French-American Foundation, our dear friend Charlie Cobb.